Brandon Bohn is a name you'll be hearing quite a bit over the next few years at Mount Mercy University. He just completed a stellar freshman season, being named Rookie of the Year for the United States Bowling Congress Collegiate season by the National Collegiate Bowling Coaches Association. He also garnered All-America honors from the NCBCA, won the U.S. Amateur Championship back in January, and he's also on Team USA's junior and adult team.
Pretty surreal when you think about it all and you wrap your head around it all, but I just took it as every experience was a new experience, and what I took from the lanes watching the best in the world, I tried to apply that to my game, and this season has planned out pretty good so far.
While Brandon is making a name for himself at the collegiate level, the name Bohn is very well known on the bowling alley. Brandon's dad, Parker Bohn III, is a professional bowler on the Professional Bowlers Association Tour. He's a 3-time PBA Player of the Year, won 3 PBA major titles, and holds several PBA records, including most 300 career games with 114. Growing up, Brandon did play several different sports, but realized bowling was where his passion was, and learning from his dad is always a bonus.
My dad is my mentor, he's my role model, and certainly of all, he's my dad, and I love him. But when I'm out there on the lanes competing, he's just someone that's in the back watching me and giving me pointers that I need. Yeah, it had to be probably 10 years ago now. I won a tournament, a small tournament at home, and I knew this is what I wanted to do. And a few years later, my dad was fortunate to win the World Championship. And I got to watch it, and that's a moment I'll never forget. And then a few years later, he won the Players' Championship. So as he, still was passionate on the lanes, it kind of drove me to become as good as he could be, or was, back in his prime. So, yeah, just him pushing me and him knowing, or me knowing that he's always behind me and, always wishing for the best. I think that's what pushed me the most.
Brandon certainly has tons of stories from seeing his dad play on the tour and also shooting a commercial in his own home nearly 15 years ago.
Parker, don't even think about it.
My brother always says he remembers a bunch of TV trucks on our street one day, and I believe they got there at 7 a.m. and left at like 9 p.m. Oh. And when the school bus tried to get through our street, it was wild. We had camera guys and TV guys all over the place. That's the commercial that comes to mind.
Brandon admits there's certainly a little pressure to carry on the family legacy, but he doesn't let it bother him. One thing he'll always cherish is having his dad by his side, especially now with his bowling career taking off.
Definitely, as some people might say, a legacy growing. And like I said earlier, I try not to think about, the future a whole lot. Obviously, I got to think about it a little, knowing and going forward. But yeah, just knowing that the tradition will always live on, and we can only build a legacy from here. So watching and growing and learning is all in the process, and in the next few months, few years, we'll see what's to come. Oh, competition never stops. Between me, my older brother, and my dad, we're always on the go. We're always bowling. We always want to win, of course, and we all hate losing. But I will say the experience that I had 2 weeks ago at the Masters with all 3 of us bowling, and 2 months ago bowling the U.S. Open with them, I mean, the experience and just the feeling in general is unmatched, is top tier, and I don't know if I could have wrote this story any clearer.